I'm gonna get the shiny. There are numerous papers scattered on the floor. They seem to be torn out pages from a notebook. The battered notebook they came from is also lying just a few feet away. Most of the pages are soaked with blood or other sundry fluids, rendering their contents illegible, but a few sentences can be made out here or there. Apparently had strong feelings for a long time that he's God's gift to jock things just because he's good at sports. Ow, she's here in this godforsaken the guy who sees her like that? If he tries anything, I swear I'll kick his don't let him get away with. She and I will find a back home to get. Though I have to, scared. Writing about her best friend, huh? Sounds like she came here with a friend and swore to protect her from someone else they knew, but Shige and everyone else, you're all still out there somewhere, right? I feel bad taking it, but this notebook might be good to have on hand. Maybe I'll run into the best friend or that boy. Making sure I didn't skip anything. Pretty sure I got it all, even this note about washing your mouth and hands. The door to classroom 1B is frozen in place, as if it's just a decoration on the wall. It can't be opened. Fate never changes. Okay. There's a box cutter on the floor next to the girl's body. Its blade is jagged and crusted over with blood. It's clearly not usable anymore. But everything seems to indicate that this was what was used to kill her. There's a sticker label on the back of the handle with a name written on it. Its owner, perhaps? It says Ayaka Shimizu. The notebook I picked up earlier suddenly fell from my hands. And despite the air being completely still in the room, its pages began flipping as soon as it hit the ground. Most were blank, but the very last page contained a few hastily scrawled sentences. Hina is mine. I will always protect her. Always. I'm not about to lose to a man like that. Hina seems like she might have had a crush on him. So what do I do with my feelings then? I can't simply hand them off to someone else. I've made up my mind. We'll kill before... Hina, I love you. A student ID must be hers. There are crooked, hastily scribbled letters on the memo section at the back of the student ID booklet. It's unclear what was used to write them, though. It certainly doesn't look like ink or pencil. They read, "You're no friend. You're no friend. Don't touch me. Don't say you love me. I loathe you. Our friendship is over." How could she? To a dead girl, no less. That's absolutely awful. Shige, I can't take it anymore. I don't want to be in a place like this. I didn't even want to look at it, but I decided to hang on to the student ID book. I thought maybe it would yield some valuable clues down the line. And I'd do whatever I had to in order to see Shige and the others again. So sad to see this happen between friends. I hope you're at least able to rest in peace now. Friends. I guess in that regard, I've been really blessed. My friends are all happy, fun, beautiful people. I wish I could see them. I wonder where they are right now. You're a skeleton. I should leave the poor girl alone. I'm sure she wouldn't like me digging around much more. Now, Book of Shadows, back where we left off, but with the notebook. So there's some bandages here. We can go see the true ending now. Instead of a shoe, there's half a corpse. This was most likely a female junior or senior high student. Though anything beyond that was impossible to determine, as everything above the waist was missing. Whoever killed this girl must have done it recently, as the wound was still fresh and the blood all over the floor was still wet. Her exposed intestines seemed to have been pulled out of her body and draped onto the floor, where they were crushed flat like a worm under a big shoe. This uniform is from my school. No. No! Who is this? Who is it? It's okay, Nana. Try to stay calm. Yeah, try not to think of the worst case scenario right off the bat. There's no reason to assume this was one of your friends. Nana was wrought with such grief. She was shaking uncontrollably, to such an extent that her teeth were chattering. We gently led her out of the classroom. I wanted to get out of there myself, to be honest. Seeing a human body so horribly mutilated was more than I could handle. Yes, you dragged her out. That's partially hidden under the body was a student ID name tag, which must have fallen from the missing torso. Horoka Manome. Probably best to make sure Nana never sees this. Interesting. Still can't look at that. How about the other place? The entrance, was it? Well, exit. Yeah, this looks different. It's not a paper anymore. There's a crumpled up scrap of paper. Okay, so it is paper. Inside one of the shoe cubbies. It's a bit heavy, suggesting it serves as packaging for some object wadded up within. Unraveling it reveals a small pile of long, whitish, stubby objects that, at first, seem like they may be candles or something. But in actuality... are these fingers? As in, human fingers? 10 in total, every finger from both of some unfortunate victim's hands. The blood was still very much wet, too, indicating that not much time had passed since these digits were severed. Wet soil was lodged under each fingernail, and faint remnants of color here and there further indicated that the owner of these fingers had painted nails. These nails... Nana? It's probably nothing. Don't worry. The door is frozen in place, still. Anyway, on with the story. I think I go this way. Hey, Kishinuma, what's that? Can't really make it out very well, but something down there is definitely reflecting light. I wonder if we can get it. I seriously doubt it. This hole looks like it doesn't bottom out for a while. There could be a whole storehouse down there. Maybe if we had some kind of ladder or rope. You mean like the bandages? Or even are we? There's an enormous gap in the floor here. It won't be possible to get across. We're only this far? Well, alright. It's the gauze bandages that were used to tie up Nana. Maybe we could use these as a makeshift rope. Of course. I gathered up the loose bandages and handed them to Kishinuma. Kishinuma then obediently pulled them taut in a few places to test their tensile strength. There's definitely enough here to work with, and as long as we fold it over enough times, I don't think there'd be any risk of it tearing. There are 2 strips, too. You could probably twist them together, and the end result should be about as sturdy as a real rope. And so we folded both strips of gauze in half, and twisted the double-ply strips together to form something that resembled a braid. I'd done something similar to this once before when making rope-like decorations for theater costumes, so it didn't prove to be particularly difficult. It almost felt like rope making 101. In 10 minutes' time, presto, we had a do-it-yourself rope in our hands. Granted, it was pretty flimsy compared to the resin ropes you might buy at a home center, but it seemed like it would hold one person's weight just fine. Well, back to that hole. With our handy-dandy rope, one of us should be able to get down that hole and fish out whatever that glinting thing is, no? Maybe, but there's nothing to tie the rope to on this end, so I think somebody up here is going to have to hold on to it. If Nana and I work together, we should be able to hold the rope long enough for you to get whatever's down there and climb back up, I think. So, you've already decided I'm the one who's going, huh? Would the 2 of us really be able to hold him, though? Wouldn't it be better for the boy to hold the rope and one of us girls get the object? I don't know if I could do it, honestly. I'm not very good at sports or anything. Even if I made it down, I'm not sure I could climb back up. Then, how about I go? You? Do you think you'd be able to? You were just bound with these bandages not too long ago and almost died. But do you really want to have them tied around your body again? I should be fine. I'll do whatever I have to if it means I could see Nari and the others again. I can relate. I'll do whatever I have to in order to see Shige again, too. You're very brave, Nana, especially for how young you are. It's kind of incredible. But, Kishinuma, I really think I should be the one to go. Shige, and everyone always bends over backwards to help me. From Shige's point of view, I must really seem like a helpless child sometimes. But just this once, I want to be the reliable one. I want to protect Nana, and lead her home safely. I don't really mind either way, honestly. We'll send Yoshiki. Alright, that should be tight enough to ensure it stays tied. Thanks. I'm going to take that first step now. I leave the rope, or the bandages, I guess, in your capable hands. Roger that. Be careful, okay? If anything happens, give the rope a tug to let us know and we'll pull you up. I don't think you 2 are quite capable of that. If anything happens, I plan to climb back up like a madman, so just make sure you hang on tight. Yoshiki? Okay. Suzumoto, I'm on solid ground. Everything alright? Do you see anything? It's too dark to tell just yet, but I'm going to feel around a bit. Not that this is a pleasant prospect, though it's too dark to see the area clearly. This entire space has an oppressive feel to it. All of this looks really gross. There are a large number of dead bodies scattered throughout the room. Most of them have died long ago, having decayed into proper skeletons, but a small handful seem fresh, as if they were alive only yesterday. Man, how many decades have these bodies been here? Same thing. Ugh, bucket. There was a shiny. What am I looking for? Also, there's a light up here. So, It's a girl's body. This is one of the ones that seems like a more recent death. So recent, in fact, that there's still a hint of body heat coming off of her. All of her fingers have been cut off, and her tongue seems to have been removed as well. Her student ID name tag is clearly displayed on her jacket. Hikari Kiriue. Same school uniform as Ogasawara. Come to think of it, didn't she call out someone named Hikari when we saved her? How the hell do you tell someone their friend is dead? There's something lying on the ground next to her body. It seems to be the glinting object that called attention to this room in the first place. Bottle. What the hell is this? Perfume, maybe? I got it. It's a bottle with some kind of watery liquid in it. Can you make it back up? Yeah, no problem. It's nowhere near as deep as it looked from above. Whoa, hold it steady, you two. I can't climb with it shaking like this. After a split second of what seemed almost like weightlessness came a hard slam on the ground. And following momentarily afterward was the other end of the rope. Did the girls let go? Fortunately, it happened while still fairly low to the ground, resulting in bruises, albeit painful ones, rather than broken bones.
Oi, Suzumoto!
No response. Ogasawara's body was simply going into repeated convulsions, and half of her face had been smashed in like a watermelon. Her skull was clearly split wide open. Then how did she yell? What the hell? Ogasawara, what the hell is going on here? Hey, Suzumoto! Help me! Save Kishinuma!
Suzumoto!
Hey, Suzumoto, what the hell happened? What's going on up there? Make it stop! Suzumoto! Whoever you are, get your hands off of her! The hell do you think you're doing? See, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't be stupid. Can't give up now. I'm going to reunite you with Morishige. I swear. What the hell? Is this blood? Blood spilled from above, as if someone were dumping a whole bucket full of it down the hole. And mixed in with this blood were various meat-like chunks of varying shapes and sizes. Chunks that were clearly pieces of a person's body.
Suzumoto!
See about that path to the good ending? I may have lied just a little bit, but not too much. Let's not send in Yoshiki. Okay, that should do it. Isn't it a little tight? It's hurting my stomach. Better than slipping out and falling, isn't it? Yeah, that's true. Alright, lower me down slowly, okay? Please be careful, Mayu. I tied some knots at regular intervals to help make it easier for you to climb back up. That's pretty good thinking, Nana. That sounds great. Thanks, Nana. And there we go. Ha, I made it. Everything okay? How's it look down there? It's kinda dark. There's a really nasty smell. It was too dark to see my surroundings clearly, but I could instantly sense an oppressive atmosphere all around me. This was not a good place to be. There are a large number of dead bodies scattered throughout the room. Most seem to have died long ago, having decayed into proper skeletons, but a small handful seem fresh, as if they were alive only yesterday. Here too, huh? It's a girl's body. This is one of the ones that seems like a more recent death. So recent, in fact, that there's still a hint of body heat to her. All of her fingers have been cut off, and her tongue seems to have been removed as well. Her student ID tag is clearly displayed on her jacket. Hikari Kiriue. This is the same school uniform as the one Nana wears. And when we rescued her, she called out several names. Wasn't one of them Hikari? I don't think I can bring myself to tell Nana about this. There's something on the ground next to Hikari's body, reflecting what little light there is down here. Is this what we saw from above? It's a small glass bottle, filled to about 2/3 mark with a clear liquid. Wonder what this is. Looks like it could be water. Having acquired the item we sought and not wanting to stay down in this hole even a moment longer than I had to, I gave the rope a triumphant tug. Kishinuma, I got it! Nice going, Suzumoto. Now get the hell out of there. Or, do you want me to pull you up? No, I should be fine. It's not even 10 meters deep down here. I can climb it. Almost there. Grab my hand. And I'm just gonna leave you with this cliffhanger. I'll see you next time.